All right, so you're here because you're starting or looking into starting a supplement dropshipping business, and you want to know what are the top 7 mistakes to avoid when you're doing this. So we're gonna go through the top 7 mistakes to ensure that you have your best chance of success at starting your business. And we're not just making this list up out of nowhere. Over the past 8 years, On-Demand Fulfillment has worked with thousands of clients, and we ship millions of bottles every single year. So we've learned a thing or two about what does and doesn't work, and we want to be able to share that with everybody so you have the best chance of success. The first mistake is a pretty simple one, but it's working with bad suppliers. We have clients coming to us having issues with their current suppliers because of the lack of product diversity, meaning that if their customer base or their brand needs additional products to expand into, their supplier is limited in what options that they have. So making sure that the products your supplier has is diverse and meets your brand's needs is a crucial step to ensuring your brand's long-term success. The other problems with bad suppliers is really slow fulfillment times. So from the time that your customer places the order on your site, when your supplier actually ships the order to the customer, can often be over a week with some other suppliers. And this can majorly affect your brand's reputation with your customers, making them not want to come back and buy. So making sure that the brands or the suppliers that you're working with can keep up with the expectations that you and your customers are going to have for shipping is super crucial to your success. You need to have a supplier that you can work with that feels like an extension of your team, that is there to help you through issues that you're having, provide you the information that you need, and really be that warehouse portion of your brand and your company to really support you in the growth that you have coming ahead. The second mistake that we see very common with our clients is that they want to sell their products to everyone. Initially, it sounds like a good idea, right? You're selling your products, why not sell to the most people possible, the largest market possible? But the problem with that is that your marketing content and everything is just noise because you don't appeal specifically to anybody. If you're trying to sell to a 25-year-old man who's working out and trying to get a lot of muscle growth compared to a 40-year-old woman who's working on weight loss, you might have products that do both, but your entire marketing and branding and strategy for your company needs to be different. So knowing that you do not want to sell to everybody is the biggest key there. So do not sell your products to everyone. And the number 3 mistake is actually the biggest one to focus on, is you overlook the who. You don't know who you're selling your product to, and so you don't know why they're wanting to buy your product. Let me give you some examples of how to solve the who. Who are you serving and what problems do you solve for them? If you don't know what problems your products are solving for them, you're not going to appeal to them. You don't want to be a brand selling products. If somebody asks you, what does your company do? Oh, we sell supplements. You don't want to say that. You want to say, we solve X problem for Y and Z people, and that's the purpose of our brand. Our purpose is to solve our customers' problems, not to just sell products. And to do this, you have to know as much as you possibly can about the who and the audience that you're serving and the problems that you're solving. And we'll get into that a little bit more later. Oftentimes clients will think that market is too small if they get too detailed and too niche, but you'd be surprised at how many products we see that are sold to an extremely small niche that move crazy volume because it's so detailed and so focused on serving that one individual, and it stands out to them, and so that's why they buy it. Problem number 4 is choosing the wrong products. This stems from not knowing your who. So the secret is that your products need to be chosen after you've identified what problems your customers and your audience are facing, because then you can look at what products can I offer them that will assist in solving or correcting these issues that they're facing and help them reach their goals. Knowing their pain points and knowing their problems is a huge game changer when it comes to marketing, because you know exactly what you need to say to be able to stand out to them. So rolling on to our next problem number 5 is that clients often have no marketing plans or strategy, thinking you can just throw products out there, throw ads out there of your products and it's gonna sell. And unfortunately, it doesn't work. If it was that easy, everyone would have super successful supplement brands, and that's just not the case. The alternative is, and the best tip or the trick that I've seen working really well, is once you've identified who your audience is, what that demographic is, identify it as, let's say, like a 25 to 40-year-old woman who's trying to lose weight. You can even get more niche down to say maybe it's a postpartum 25 to 40-year-old woman trying to lose that baby weight. That makes it a lot simpler to know who you're talking to, what problems they have, and how to appeal to them. And how you get that in their own words, you find people that fit that demographic. That could be friends or family, and if you don't have anyone that fit your demographic, find Facebook groups that are created around this target audience. Join those Facebook groups, start asking questions, be involved in the community, understand what that audience is struggling with, what they need solved, and you can even start directly messaging people and asking them if they'd be interested in answering a few questions, and potentially need to incentivize that, right? But if you're asking questions like, what's the biggest struggle you're having with losing weight after your last baby? Like, Why does it just not seem to come off? Like, how do you express this in your own words? You just ask exploratory questions. And what you're looking for is, after you interview 10 or 15 people, you start looking for what are phrases or expressions that are standard or similar across all of them. Then you take those phrases, throw them in your marketing and have them like in quotations. I just can't do this because of this. And other people who see that fit your demographic are gonna resonate with that so well that they'll be like, that's me. How do these people know that's how I feel and that's how I see myself and how I think I'm thinking? Because you understand your audience, and so you can actually serve them properly. So that's a little trick there to really double down on what your marketing is saying, how you're speaking to your customers, and how you're appealing to specifically who you're serving, and actually wanting to disqualify or not appeal to the majority of people. You don't want the majority of people to click on your ad because they're not going to buy the product. But the people who you've built your product, you've built your brand for, they're going to click on the ads, they're going to buy the products because you're serving them exclusively. Problem number 6 is lack of customer support. Like we mentioned in the last problem, your audience and your customers, they have a lot of options these days. There's supplement brands everywhere, all over Amazon. Honestly, it's hard to sometimes even recognize different brands from one another because there's so many options out there. So you got to really understand that and realize that you have to offer world-class service even when you're extremely small. Even when you're getting one order a week, one order a day, you need to offer that customer service because they may think you're not a real brand. They may think you're a scam. They've never heard of you before. You don't have a lot of reviews. This is the first time they've seen your ad. You need to be there and offer that support. You need to interact on the comments on your Facebook posts, on your Facebook ads. You need to really go that extra level to show you're a legit brand and a legit company. Otherwise, they're going to turn away. Now more than ever, your customers and our buyers are going to have to interact with your brand probably multiple times over several weeks to months before they choose to buy the product. They need to know that you're there for the long haul. They resonate with what you're pitching and what you're solving for them, and they feel like that brand is an extension of like what they're looking for. Don't downplay the importance of customer support, and especially when it comes to supplements, because of how competitive this market is. So the final mistake is setting unrealistic expectations. We'd love to pitch the sale that, hey, you launch a product with us, it's gonna take off instantly no matter what you do. And it's just not reality. So we wanna be transparent and real with our clients so that they can have what they need to be prepared for the long haul to make sure their brand is successful eventually. What we're seeing typically is the initial months are set building up your website, launching your products, testing different marketing platforms, understanding your customers, and testing a few different things. And you're not gonna get it right the first time. Even with all the tips and tricks and mistakes we told you to avoid, you're still not gonna get it right the first time. It's just not gonna happen. So if you have that expectation up front, you're gonna need to be patient and you need to take your time and really make sure you do things right and just keep trying until you make it work. Understand it may take 6 to 12 months to start seeing the consistent sales volumes month over month, day over day. You're seeing repeat customers. You're seeing customers that have a lifetime value of thousands of dollars, right? Because they love your brand, they love what you're doing, they resonate with it. That takes time to build a true brand and a true community of buyers that just love and become raving fans of your product. So understand that now so that you're not discouraged that in 3 to 4 months from launching, you're not doing 6 figures a month. That's completely normal, and just have the patience to see it through. All right, and to end, if we can really focus again on one main mistake to make sure you avoid is know who your who is. Know who your who is, because if you understand who you are selling your product to, you're understanding that you're not just selling them a product, you're selling them a solution. You're selling them a answer to a problem that they're facing and they haven't been able to solve it before. And if you focus your brand on that and really truly helping and serving your customers, they're gonna feel that, they're gonna understand that, and everything else falls into place because everything else just makes sense when you know who and what you're selling. So to end, we'd love to work with you. If you're looking at learning more about on-demand fulfillment, we do have over 100 different products here to choose from. So a pretty wide range of products to launch all sorts of brands and serve all types of audiences. We have clients selling products in almost every niche imaginable and new ones that I'm learning about every day. So please reach out to us, visit our website, give us a phone call, jump on a call with our sales manager, and we can dive more into how you start launching the product with us and how we can get that rolling. So appreciate your time and patience viewing, watching this video. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll keep dropping more videos in the near future with additional tips and tricks on how you can be most successful. And we look forward to seeing you here as a client soon. Thanks for watching.